Brought to you by AMSOIL. A new generation is rising, an inevitable force, primed to lay claim to what is theirs. This is Young Guns. History is important. It is the roadmap of our journey, of battles won and lost, dynasties built and heroes created. The precedent set by those who have come before provides a target to aim for and then to surpass. The path to greatness in 2017 has not been without its share of bumps in the road. After facing some early challenges adapting to an altered truck, the most recent setback for CJ Greaves is not of his own doing, but instead due to an incident with his father.
CJ running in there and actually tapping him and bringing him around. CJ cannot be happy.
I don't think it mattered if it was my dad or who it was. Your reaction's going to be the same way. You're just bummed about the whole situation, so it's behind us. We're moving forward.
Despite his calm demeanor, the fourth-place finish in round 6 has cost him precious championship points in a continually tightening chase for the crown in Pro 4. Another contender also laments missed opportunities. After experiencing his first ever Pro 2 win in round 2, a mishap with a concrete barrier in Elk River knocked Luke Johnson from 2nd place to 9th in round 3. Championship leader Brad Lovell continued his strong start to the season in Crandon by taking wins on both days and heaping even more pressure on Luke to perform at Bark River. Luckily, history is on his side in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan.
In my career, I've got 11 professional wins, 5 being here. There's something about this track. I mean, it's very technical, it's got high speed, the line is ever changing, so you have to adapt with it. I think that's probably been one of my strong suits, is I'm able to chase the ever-changing conditions.
Luke must hope that his good fortune at Bark River continues, or risks falling too far out of contention for the points championship. The theater of war that is Bark River International Raceway has seen many triumphs and achievements worthy of the record books. 42 summers worth to be exact. This weathered battleground is supported by the tight-knit community of Bark River, Michigan, and it has grown its share of off-road race fans over the years. The Kleiman brothers know this dirt well, raised only a few miles from the track with years of fond memories watching off-road warriors compete.
I remember growing up Bark River, hanging on that fence, going to races. We look forward to do that all year and wish, someday maybe I could be me out there. Now we're living our dream.
It's pretty awesome when you have fans that you're so close with, and it's a small town, but it's a lot of support coming out of the community.
The groundswell of encouragement for the Kleiman team is about more than off-road. The family is an important part of the Bark River community, and as a local business owner, Mark Kleiman has shown what hard work and determination can get you, with his boys following closely in his footsteps.
We work full-time jobs, so it's not like we do this for a living. That would be a dream come true, and we're always working for that. But I'm getting up at 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning. During the summer, it gets really busy because then we got to start wrenching on trucks. So it's, you don't leave the shop till almost midnight sometimes, and then you go home and get a couple hours of sleep, and then you're back at it again. It's a lot of hours, but we're committed. It's a passion of ours, so we're really striving for it.
Respect is earned, not bought, and the effort that Cody and Kyle put into building a winning program, despite the limitations of normal life, has made it easy to root for them. With expectations rising, the team is anxious to give the hometown fans a show.
The pressure's there, that's for sure. You know everybody in the stands and everybody's got an eye on you because they all know who you are. But you just gotta put that away and go focus on what you gotta do and celebrate later.
this is a long, fast track, and the fastest man has been Kleiman. Cody Kleiman was quickest in practice yesterday. Kyle quickest today. We'll see who gets a start. Chad Rayford on the inside, setting the pace in the 29 Kenda truck.
It's going to be interesting to see how Kyle plays this. He's been the fastest guy. He's been on a roll. Is he going to try to take chances to get up there early, or is he going to be patient right now? He's taking the patient card.
Kyle is forced to work his way forward from the back of the pack, while brother Cody shadows leader Chad Rayford, waiting for a mistake to make his move.
And I'm seeing Cody Kleiman taking a very inside line. He got a lot of buck in that truck.
And here we see Chad Rayford make a big mistake. He swapped, he over-jumped the finish line jump, and Cody Kleiman has put himself up in front, but now Rayford making a battle, and now he's looking to the inside. And watch Kyle Kleiman, what is he going to do? Is he going to take the inside or the outside?
Watch third, it's going to get interesting.
The script has played out perfectly so far for Cody. With a clear track in front of him, he needs to run clean lines to stay ahead. But the speed of his brother cannot be underestimated. After sneaking into second place, Kyle turns up the pressure on Cody.
Kyle's in the 42, Cody's in the 48. Cody's waiting for that day. It's been all Kyle. You know, in the past 10 races in TORC for the championship, last year and this year, his brother has won 8 of them, and he goes to the inside here and takes over the lead.
Strong movement. He didn't even put a donut on the side of him.
Kyle is in the zone, running smooth and fast, consistently putting time on the field. He cruises to his 5th consecutive victory while Cody defends his position valiantly, holding off a hungry Cam Reimers to take second place. The validation of a podium finish makes this moment feel like a victory for Cody. With confidence soaring, the Kleiman boys are well on their way to doing the Bark River faithful proud. In any transitional period, hiccups are to be expected. But so far in the updated Pro 2 class, the adjustment has been relatively seamless. The class has steadily grown, and with competitive racing throughout the field, the year has already seen 4 different drivers come out victorious. Veteran Brad Lovell has been the most consistent thus far, following up podiums in Chicago and ERX with back-to-back wins at the Big House in Crandon. Longtime Pro 2 racer and notoriously talented fabricator Mikey Vandenheuvel made his first appearance of the year at ERX after committing to a limited racing schedule for 2017. He showed no rust, taking the lead on the first lap and pacing the field on his way to a win in round 3. Speed has also been seen from former Super Truck racers Eric Ruppel and Mark Peterson, with a win and multiple podiums between them. This season is a learning year for many new Pro 2 racers, but early results are proving that there is a slew of talent throughout this diverse field. The most recent addition to the class is none other than current Pro Light racer Andrew Carlson. His purchase of Keegan Kincaid's former World Championship winning Pro 2 makes him immediately one to keep eyes on, a wild card in an already volatile field of racers. He has been quick to pick the brain of Keegan and former Pro 2 champion CJ Greaves, trying to wrap his head around an entirely new driving style and taming a few hundred more horsepower.
CJ and Keegan have been helping me a lot and giving me pointers and spotting for me and, you know, just walking me through it. So it's a lot to take in, but it's a fun challenge. I don't have the background that a lot of these guys have. Like Luke, he's been in a truck for 10 years. This is my, third, 4th year doing it. So anything I can do to accelerate that learning and be a sponge to all these guys that have been doing it forever and learn as much as I can, that's what I'm trying to get out of it.
As a former professional snowcross racer, Andrew is an accomplished crossover athlete. His ability to adapt will be critical in getting up to speed in his new Pro 2, but others' willingness to help has been a breath of fresh air for Carlson.
A lot of the guys out there, they're so willing to help because they want to see the sport grow too, and they're not just looking out for themselves. That's not a normal thing in racing. From where I come, it's kind of your own deal. You don't share, you're kind of out for yourself. It's really refreshing to come into off-road and see that, and that everyone wants you to succeed.
I've had my dad there to help me, guide me, and I want to return the favor to people and get them involved with the sport. And Andrew and his dad are great people, and I look for them to be around for a long time, and I just want him to grow. And it's good to see my old truck out on the track again, and we want to see it winning. And he's learning quick, and this is his first time in it. He never had practice or nothing, so he's doing a really good job.
With the insight gained from his contemporaries, Andrew qualifies a respectable third for round 7. Top qualifier Luke Johnson draws a 4, meaning the top 4 qualifiers will be inverted in the start order for the race, resulting in Carlson sitting on the front row.
Alright, we're going green this time by, so get up there next to him. Starting first and then go later, second. Does it leave good in second, like right now, if you hammered on it? It's good. 10-4, second will be better, you'll get less wheel spin and it should hook up better. We're going green. Be ready. Green.
There's green flag. It's time to go for Rupel on the inside, Andrew Carlson on the outside.
Clear. Float it. He's still on your outside. Run this firm hard, run it hard. You're clear. Clear all around.
Now we see the field sort of settling exactly how they qualified, except Carlson is out front.
Let them separate just a little bit. The first lap can be hectic. Over 15 drivers in this field, and they are going Brad Lovell up into third, Johnson into fourth.
Nice and smooth, no pressure. Keep doing your thing.
Andrew gets out front quickly, and with spotter CJ in his ear, runs smooth lines to pull a large gap on second place. Luke Johnson, starting in the 4th spot, makes his way past points leader Brad Lovell early on, and is on a mission to put as many trucks as possible between them. Lovell has been plagued with overheating issues since practice, and unfortunately for him, the race is no different.
Brad Lovell still not coming around as we watch the field go through.
Lovell dropping back really helps Mitch Dorr and Luke Johnson as far as the big picture is concerned.
At the mandatory caution, Brad pulls into the hot pit. His day is done, and so is his points lead. Luke only needs to finish to make a considerable leap in his quest for a championship, but the temptation of a second career victory sits just ahead of him.
We're going to be going green here. You know how much faster you are this guy. Let's just take our time with him here and nice and easily go by him and let's do this.
Luke is tied on Andrew's tail, but it seems that every time the door to a pass opens slightly, it is quickly slammed shut. The veteran presence in Carlson's ear is a calming influence for the young driver, helping him correct mistakes and maintain the advantage.
Stay in it.
Left of the screen, that's the right-hand side of the track. He's going to try and stick around the long way around.
He's going to look to the inside. Stay in it.
He's got it. He's going really low here. It's a chance.
He's back on the inside. You're clear. 1, 2 trucks.
Luke came in and he would have had to door Andrew pretty hard right there to knock him out of the way.
Luke is pushing hard, running out of time to get by and can smell blood.
Johnson closing in, about a lap and a third left to go.
He's looking on the inside. Stay on that cushion. You're clear. He messed up. This is going to be the white flag. You got 6 cars, nice and smooth.
His eagerness to make a move bites him, and a slight over-rotation allows Carlson to squeak out of his grasp. Luke tries desperately to get back within striking distance, but can't quite get there. A second place will have to do for the new Pro 2 points leader.
You got 2 cars, just drive it home. Nice and clean. Clean. Right to the checker. You're a winner, baby, you're a winner. Attaboy.
Andrew Carlson takes the win. Luke Johnson takes second, and it's going to be a big points day for Johnson as he'll take 23 points for second place. He was only 20 behind Brad Lovell.
An elated Andrew Carlson is almost in disbelief. A win in his first ever Pro 2 start is more than he could have ever asked for, but proves that the talent is there to run with the top drivers. He has thrown a wrench into the mix, one which Luke Johnson and the rest of the Pro 2 Championship hopefuls must pay close attention to as the season progresses. The Round 7 shakeup shows just how quickly things can change in TORC off-road. Whoever can navigate through the carnage and come out with the fewest scars will ultimately wear the crown. success can cure a variety of ailments. The slumped shoulders and furrowed brow of a frustrated racer are rapidly transformed, revealing a self-assured gaze and unspoken determination. Cody Kleiman appears to be walking on air after a strong performance in round 7.
Yeah, coming into Saturday's race, you can feel the pressure, but you can feel the excitement from the crowd, from everybody you know here. Everybody's supporting you. And when it comes to the starting line, it's all on you. Everybody's watching you, seeing what you can do for that day. And Kyle got around me and he ran a great race, but to cross the finish line in second, that was a huge confidence booster for me, and it couldn't have been any better. That was awesome to do this in front of our hometown crowd.
Despite being passed by his brother and coming in second place, taking a spot on the podium is a mental boost. He has been consistently fast, but small issues have kept him off the box since round 1. With the weight of disappointment lifted from his shoulders, Cody is filled with a new energy and is hungry to prove that Kyle isn't the only Kleiman brother to watch out for.
Rayford's been a good starter. He's out in front. He'll set the pace on pole. Cody Kleiman, his best finish ever, a second in the last round, number 48 on his outside. His brother is back 2 rows behind him in the 42. Watch this start. This could get interesting into this left and even more so into the right.
Andrew Carlson, also high on confidence after his first Pro 2 victory, makes a hard run and pushes his way into second on the opening lap. But Cody battles back with tenacity, unwilling to give up the spot. Kyle finds himself in a tough position, working his way through the field, and narrowly avoids getting caught up in a rollover by Pro-Lite veteran Sean Morris.
Sean Morris, look at him starting to stick a nose in there. Oh, he catches the inside. Morris, that'll push him wide. He's going to have to come back. Oh, he is swapping left and right, and he rolls over on his lid, gets back on the wheels. Kenda Tire 27 takes off like nothing's happened.
On the following lap, disaster strikes for Kyle. He over-rotates and is forced over the embankment, breaking a tie rod in the process. After driving to the hot pits and assessing the damage, the points leader is forced to retire.
They're probably looking at the steering. They're up towards the front, wondering what's going on. So tough break for Kyle Kleiman.
He's still going to have the championship points lead because he had more than a 25-point advantage, but he's going to lose a massive chunk. And they just said, shut her off. His day's done.
Knowing that the biggest threat to their lead has dropped out of the race, front-runners Chad Rayford and Cody Kleiman stretch their legs and pull away from the field. Cody drives with a fearlessness he hasn't shown before, putting the pressure on Rayford. Right before the midway caution, an opening appears and Cody seizes his chance.
You're leaving too much inside, Chad Rayford, and if Cody Kleiman can get the drive, he's going to take over the lead. Just about a half a truck, he gets into that left rear. But he's set up here, though. Look, he's going to square it up. We got to have more contact.
Chad Rayford looks at it, but tries to hold the line down, trying to pass it back on the inside. But this puts Cody in a good position. Watch for Chad to shoot underneath.
Cody Kleiman has never won before. He's halfway there.
With chaos behind him on the restart, Cody flies out in front, laying down smooth and consistent laps and steadily distancing himself from Rayford in second.
It's Cody Kleiman right now with about a 10 truck length lead, so great job by him. He is not faltering. He's just running lap after lap. Good job.
Bark River is on the verge of eruption as Cody navigates the final few corners towards the finish line.
25-year-old Cody Kleiman. He's been watching his brother take win after win after win. He's literally 3 turns away from getting his first ever Pro-Lite victory. And to do it here when your backyard's right around the corner has to be even more special. Cody Kleiman takes the Ponzi entry into the victory circle for the very first time.
The emotion is real for the Kleiman team. Cody has stepped out of Kyle's shadow in a big way and firmly placed himself in contention for the Pro-Lite Championship, now sitting only 20 points behind. It is a moment he will never forget, and the love and support from the hometown crowd showers down like the mist of champagne spray on the podium. Next time on Young Guns, the misfortunes of Pro 2 veteran Brad Lovell have knocked him from the top of the standings, allowing Luke Johnson to seize the championship points lead. But defeat in round 7 to Pro 2 rookie Andrew Carlson has created some unforeseen tension in the Johnson camp. Old scores are still unsettled, and Luke has his eyes set on confirming his place as the alpha male. The series then returns to the legendary dirt of Redbud MX in Buchanan, Michigan, but this time a new twist faces TORC racers. An all-new custom-built short course track provides a level playing field for drivers, as they must contend with a moto-style land rush start, varying terrain, and elevation changes. Adaptation is key, but the advantage comes to those who are willing to let it all hang out. Checkered flags will fly. Statements will be made. This is Young Guns. Brought to you by AMSOIL.